Mr. Chanchai is the president of Thai Rice Mill Association, and today he cannot come. I will present the PowerPoint instead of him. Thailand is the biggest exporter of rice exporter in the world. We are not the biggest producer of rice. We have two crops. Right? The main crop is around 24.5 million metric tons. In Thailand, we separate to be like 4 parts. In the north, the paddy is around 27%, and in the northeast it's 51%. In central of Thailand, 20%, and in the south, 2%. And the second crop in the north is 39%, northeast 15%, and central of Thailand 44%. In south is 2%. In the second crop, our paddy is around 11.1%. So the whole year we have the paddy around 35 metric tons. That's equal around 20 metric tons of rice, 20 million metric tons of rice. And that you know that we export a lot of rice. We consume the rice just only a half and export a half. Our target import continent is in Africa about 44%. In Asia is around 31.8%, and in Middle East 13%. In America 4.8%. In Europe 4.6%, and Oceania 1.8%. Highlight export in last year 2011. We export around last year we export 10.6 million metric tons. 2011 is the biggest year for Thai export. We export 10.6 million metric tons of rice. That's the biggest number in the world. But we believe that in this year, 2012, we will lose the biggest rice exporter in the world to India, maybe, or Vietnam, because in the last 4 months, October, November, December, and January 2012, India export 2.7 million metric tons. Thai is around 2 million metric tons, and Vietnam 1.5 million metric tons. So this year, I think the biggest rice export in the world should be India, and Thai will be the second. This is the month-to-month of the Thai rice export. And Thai rice export by type of rice, you can see in the most will be white rice. The second is parboiled rice. And Thai home rice is around 1 million metric tons. And Thai home broken rice is around 800,000 metric tons. This is the chart. There's white rice, white broken rice, Thai home rice, Thai home broken rice, parboiled rice, parboiled broken rice, and glutinous rice. It's also the same, but it's 2011. Is there any question about rice industry, Thai rice industry? Yes.
What do you think the future is going to be for Thai rice? You say it's fallen to second place behind India. Mm-hmm. Is it likely to come back?
The reason that why Thai rice cannot export a lot like last year, because for this year, Thai rice, the price of Thai rice is very high compared with India. That you know that India have a ban for the non-basmati for 3 years, from 2008 to 2011. In September 2011, the Indian government start to export non-basmati, and our problem is because the Thai government program raised the paddy price very high, and we cannot compete with the Indian price. But we believe that India will export a lot of rice only for this year. We believe that this year India will export more than 8 million metric tons of rice, include non-basmati and non-basmati. But if Thai government program is over and the price of Thai rice may be lower a little bit, in near 6 or maybe next year, I believe that Thai will export more than 8 million metric tons. If this year India can export 8 million metric tons, and we export around 7 million metric tons, but for next year, maybe or maybe not, because if we export less, that means we have more stock in our country, and the price will be balanced. Maybe our price is lower than this, that means we can compete with Indian or Pakistan and Vietnamese rice.
Thank you very much. That's a very informative presentation, and it stimulated some debate. Thank you.
Okay.
My final task of the day as your chairman is to do a brief summary, which I'll keep very brief. I think we've had a very interesting day for those who have been with us right from this morning, right from our keynote presentation through to our closing comments and closing presentation by the Thai Rice Association, Rice Millers Association. We've tried to mix the information on the Thai rice industry, Thai rice growers through their farmer organisation, with technology, modern technology that's used in the milling process. And we've also heard milling process extending to pig creek feeds, which doesn't have very much to do with food production or rice milling. However, in that presentation from ZCME from China, we did understand more directly the nutritional damage that can be done to products that are over-processed, and that applies in food processing as well as in feed processing. And we learnt about anti-nutritional factors, etc., and the way the animal feed industry controls those anti-nutritional factors in their products, and it might give us some insight as food producers to look at nutritional factors in the products that we produce, rather than just producing food of a certain quality. We're also fortunate enough to have Lucas from Bula, who told us about how their grain logistics are connecting up production right through to the end product, and including that little bit of ocean in between where the rice is growing and shipped to for processing. And to my mind, it's very heartening to see the traceability, and we heard that several times in presentations today. Traceability is playing a real role in the way we judge food quality, right back to where it's produced on a farm, not just domestically, but internationally. We also heard this afternoon from Mario Rodriguez about buckets, something as simple as an elevator bucket, and the complications and the technology that goes into having an efficient bucket elevator that can make a lot of difference to your production processes and to your profitability in all sorts of milling operations. We heard from Dennis Paquette from Amanda's Car, who told us about hydrothermal treatment. And once again, it was focused on animal feeding, but it was interesting to note what conditioning and thermal treatment can do, and that we just shouldn't look at temperature as such in controlling bacteria or unwanted substances in our feed, but we should look at the other consequences that say steam treatment brings in moisture content to our end products. So once again, it was very interesting to hear what their company is doing in terms of hydrothermal treatment for animals, but he also went on to talk about parboiled rice. And I think he once again connected it back to what we were dealing with primarily today. And finally, or just before our final presentation, we heard from Jean-Claude Ponchet from France, from Vibrafor, telling us how we might be able to better move our product in storage in a way that maybe many of us hadn't understood before when it comes to conveying materials around the production plant. So I think overall, we heard from Dr. Ladawon this morning, who gave us an excellent presentation on rice in Thailand and its production, the wide variety of products that can be produced from rice, and that reminded me, I think we're seeing customized commodities coming out of the rice industry, and what we heard from Dr. Ladawon this morning, the extreme range of products that we can now produce from rice, that it's not just simply rice is rice is rice. The presentations we've heard here today will not remain in this room, and over the next 6 months, year, maybe even 2 years, you will find some of these little videos popping up on YouTube when you search for information using Google or other sources on the internet. And I'd like you to keep an eye out for them, because as bandwidth has improved, we can now all access videos on our mobile phones. As that has improved, we will see more videos coming to us through our tablets, our mobile phones, on our desktops. And we'll see it coming to us because we're looking for content. And this is what this meeting today has provided us with in the milling industry on the food side, is a lot of valuable content. So I think that overall I'm excited about today. I think we've had a very productive day, and I'd like to thank each and every one of you for sparing the time to be here. Thank you very much, and a big thank you to all our speakers. They made a fabulous contribution. A big thank you to our interpreters who have worked very hard throughout the day. And thank you to our video projectionist who's done his job brilliantly as well. But most importantly, thank you to you, the audience, for coming. Thank you very much.